Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos. Today is going to go a little bit deeper and detailed into one of the teams, Mousesports in particular, about their chances about making HRX. So if you saw my placement stage prediction video, you would have seen that I predicted Mousesports to make it as one of the top 4 teams. And I'll just go ahead and dive into it now. So basically, this roster composes rather of 2 of the 5 original Elevate members back in season 4, where it was No Numbers, Cherio, Death Panther, Dardas, and Jermaine. So Dardas and Cherio still in season 5 now with Mousesports, and that's a big deal because despite Cherio moving from jungle to support, it's still his natural role of like this guardian bruiser-esque setting up the plays for his backlines to make things happen. And despite some of the changes to Mousesports roster, in particular Spudio out, Frostiak in, Dardas moving to Hunter, and then Cherio moving into the support position, I still think this team has what it takes in the LAN environment. And speaking of LAN environment, in season 4, when they would basically destroy everybody in the wild card stages outside of NRG, they went 4-1, only losing to NRG. They defeated Team Dignitas, which is the same roster as it is this year. Cuvo Fred, Trixtang, Arkle, Variety, and Zeros. They defeated Space Station Gaming, which is not the Space Station of this year. Last year, it was Scary D, Homie Fa, Anister, Jigs, and Satman. So, a pretty formidable team that they defeated as well. Now, granted, these were best of ones, but in a LAN environment, it is a LAN environment, right? They also defeated Trifecta, which was Kiki, So Cheeky, Cynosure, Heroin, Aurora, and Snoopy. And then they defeated Noble. We're not going to talk about Noble. Unfortunately for them in Season 4, they were unsuccessful against Obey Alliance during HRX, but they still made it towards HRX, which is where I'm kind of predicting this Mousesports roster to, make it towards HRX, but then their chances up against the top dogs, not as likely as in terms of qualifying towards the big dream, the big last final stage, if you will. So similar to Season 4 is the playstyle of some of these players. Now, despite it being Nika in Season 5 as opposed to No Numbers in Season 4, I think that Nika doesn't really play too many warriors. He likes his guardians as well. He likes to make sure that he is that team fight utilitarian to set up his backline or big man tings and Dardas. So, filling those shoes very nicely. Cherio going from jungle to support, he's going to fill that same role. And back then in Season 4, Elevate was running their triple guardian, double hunter composition. I don't think that's going to happen that much in Season 5, partly for 2 reasons. Number one is because I don't think Frostiak is that much of a guardian player. He likes to hard carry. This team is either going to live or die by Frostiak's initiations. And so far, in his short time back into the Smite Pro League, he's impressed me personally. So he's definitely been performing and practicing behind the scenes if he's got this level of play. And I'm curious to see how it's going to translate into the LAN environment. And then the second reason is Big Man Tings is more comfortable, I believe, in the mage position than he is in the hunter position. Not to say that he can't play hunters, because he certainly can, but I think that traditionally throughout all of Season 5, he's impressed me with a lot with the Raijin, the Discordia. Those are like his top 2 gods. And I think that that same Season 4 style might be played, but I'd be surprised if that's what they were practicing behind the scenes. And traditionally, North America has struggled with Europe in the LAN environment. All of Season 5, even in Season 4 during the wildcard placement. So I think that this is going to continue that kind of pattern. And that as a result, if you take a look at the placement rounds, so Mousesports is going to face off Get On My Level, the Southeast Asian team. A lot of these Smite Global teams, not to say that they don't have the talent to compete with the best of them, because they certainly do, the individual talent, but I think where a lot of these global teams struggle is their team environment, being able to shot call and make those correct decisions, the most accurate decisions rather, because making a Gold Fury call, there's going to be differences between a 90% successful Gold Fury call versus like a 40%, and that's where a lot of these teams seem to kind of differ. Also, in their windows of opportunity. Sometimes the 90% might be open and they don't even go for it at the end of the day because they're too busy PvPing. So I don't expect any struggles against Get On My Level. That should be it. And then they're going to face off the winner against Trifecta versus Insignum. Should be Trifecta. I don't expect the European minor league team to find a victory there. And like I said before, when I was alluding to how Europe has triumphed over North America, I think that that's going to continue. Mousesports should find the victory over Trifecta. And then they're going to face off in round 3 against the winner between Obey Alliance versus Luminosity. So I'm going to call Obey right now into round 3 up against Mousesports. And this is where things get interesting, because I can't talk about a specific X factor from Obey Alliance as to why I think they will underperform. I'm sure the media, somebody is going to leak that information one way or another. I'm surprised they haven't yet already, considering placements begins November 5th through the 10th. But because of this X factor, I'm going to give it to Mousesports. I really wish I could dig deeper into that factor, but I really, really can't. But I'm making this video for Mousesports, not for Obey Alliance, and as a result, they will qualify over Obey Alliance in the round 3. Obey still has a shot, I believe, in the lower bracket, but it's just not gonna be. It's not gonna be the same with the X factor, so it's a pretty big deal. Some notable things also to mention is the fact that Cherio can throw everyone for a loop. He's done so in the past before with Elevate in Season 4, and Season 3 was Sanguine, where they defeated, I would say they upset Team Dignitas. Now, it wasn't the same Dignitas in Season 4 and 5. This was Ducky, Big Man Tings, Suntouch, Frostiak was there, and Shadow Nightmare was in that Team Dignitas team. But I'm pretty sure like that was the preferred team or the favorited team. Sanguine surprised them, and it was a lot having to do with Cherio's performance in that land setting. And then Season 2 Cherio with London Conspiracy, where it was him, Arrow, Emilzy, Shaggy Shank, and somebody else off the back of my mind that I can't remember, just destroying people. They actually upset Titan in the Season 2 Super Regionals. Now, that was the Season 1 Titan, basically minus Confrey plus Brodus. So I guess you could say not the same original Titan 5, but still. And that was off of the back of Cherio's impressive land performance. Keep in mind, this guy's playing from Egypt, where his latency is not the greatest. His frames is also not the greatest. I don't know why he hasn't really upgraded his PC yet. At this point, it's 2018. But either way, when he comes to land, he's that like wild card factor that a lot of players give him a lot of respect, as they should, because he's an absolute beast and a monster. And he's going to probably play Naja at least once or twice in the placement rounds, if not almost every game given the opportunity. So this is kind of why I'm predicting Mousesports to go through. Hope you guys enjoy this content. I'll be making a video for the other 3 teams that I'm predicting to qualify through the placements, and maybe another 5th wildcard / dark horse team. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace.